A quick snapshot of this week's Diddy trial.
Week 4 of the Sean Diddy Combs trial got underway today with his former personal assistant back on the stand for a third day. The woman who uses the name Mia was under tough cross-examination from Diddy's lawyers. She claims the hip-hop artist sexually abused her for years. Jurors were shown a happy birthday video she made for Combs, telling him that he was one of the biggest inspirations in her life. On the stand, she said she made the video out of fear.
A hotel security guard says Sean Diddy Combs paid him $100,000 cash for surveillance footage of Combs attacking his then-girlfriend Cassie Ventura back in 2016. It was the latest testimony in Combs' sex trafficking trial. The video, which shows Combs beating and dragging Ventura at the Intercontinental Hotel in L.A., has been a centerpiece of the prosecution's case. Prosecutors say it supports the claims of 3 women, including Ventura, who accused Combs of sexually and physically abusing them over 2 decades. Combs has pleaded not guilty to the charges.
And bombshell testimony from the friend of Cassie Ventura in the sex crimes trial of Sean Diddy Combs. Brianna Bungolan admitted on stand that she was also Ventura's drug dealer. She claims Diddy dangled her over a 17th floor balcony, saying that she still has nightmares from that incident. She has filed a $10 million lawsuit against Diddy. Also on the stand today, video forensic analyst Frank Piazza. He verified that the hotel beating video of Cassie Ventura has not been altered.
Meanwhile, testimony continued in the Sean Diddy Combs sex trafficking trial. Another accuser, Brianna Bungolan, claiming Diddy dangled her over a 17th floor balcony. She did admit on cross-examination that after the alleged incident, she sat and smoked weed with Diddy. The judge also threatened to ban Diddy from the courtroom for looking over at jurors and shaking his head during testimony.
Well, the sex trafficking trial of Sean Diddy Combs wrapping up another week in court.
More damning testimony against the hip-hop mogul by an ex-girlfriend. Duarte Geraldino was inside the courtroom for today's testimony. He joins us live with more. Duarte?
Hey there, Natasha. Testimony just wrapped up, and we learned new details about a troubled relationship at the center of the federal case against Sean Diddy Combs. Now, a woman known only as Jane took the stand for most of the day, and she testified about hotel encounters with Diddy and male prostitutes that he allegedly orchestrated. And all these salacious details were being shared right in front of Diddy's mom, who was in the courtroom surrounded by his supporters. Now, this woman also claims that she was in a 2-year-long relationship with Diddy, and in the courtroom, Combs sat quietly as she described dozens of sexual encounters. She says he scripted and recorded with his iPhone. She claims male escorts were flown in from across the country and abroad to perform what she described as pornographic shows for Combs. And over time, she said her body and mind began to give out. She testified about injuries to her body, infections, genital injuries as well, and extreme exhaustion. Meanwhile, she watched Combs publicly romance other women on social media and at parties, and she described herself being jealous at times while she was confined to hotel rooms. Now, after a trip to Turks and Caicos turned into another group sex night, Jane says that she wanted to step away from Diddy. Instead, she testified that they agreed to what they both called a love contract. Combs offered to pay her $10,000 a month to stay in his life, and she used that to rent a home for her and her child. He also paid for furniture and cosmetic dental work, including veneers, and allegedly threatened her by saying, "Look at that roof over your head and those pretty teeth." Now, Combs also pleaded not guilty to all charges, including sex trafficking and racketeering. And his team says that everything was consensual, but prosecutors, well, they're painting a picture of control, coercion, and commerce that's at the center of this case. Once again, testimony for today has wrapped up, and a woman named Jane was on the stand testifying about a troubled relationship.